Luxury brands are collapsing, and nobody's talking about it. Right now, some of the biggest names in high fashion are quietly shutting down stores all over the world. I'm talking locked doors, vanished boutiques, and renovation signs that are really just corporate code for "we're not coming back." Today, we're exposing 11 luxury brands that are closing stores everywhere. And the one at number 1? Nobody thought it would ever fall this far. Let's start with number 11, because this one set the whole collapse in motion. Number 11. Balenciaga. Balenciaga didn't just fall off, it detonated. There was a time when walking past a Balenciaga boutique felt like stepping into a fashion riot. Lines out the door, influencers filming hauls in the middle of the store, teenagers flexing triple S sneakers the size of minivans, tourists buying speed trainers like they were souvenirs. It was hype chaos, and it worked. Then the scandal hit, and just like that, the crowd disappeared. Walk into certain Balenciaga stores today, and it feels like trespassing in an abandoned museum. Echoing music, perfectly folded hoodies nobody touched, sales associates refolding the same t-shirt for the 7th time because there is literally nothing else to do. But here is what they do not want you to know. Balenciaga is quietly closing stores everywhere, not announcing it, not explaining it, just vanishing. A boutique in Los Angeles? Gone. A prime location in New York? Quietly deleted from their website. Multiple European stores? Closed with zero statement. Asia? Same pattern, dark windows, no reopening date. Landlords say Balenciaga walked away from leases early. Insiders claim entire shipments are being rerouted to outlets because the full-price stores cannot move inventory anymore. And the resale market? That is where the real collapse shows. Triple S sneakers that once resold above retail are now sitting unsold at half price. Bags that were impossible to get are now collecting dust online. And when the resale hype dies, the in-store traffic dies with it. Balenciaga built its empire on attention, loud, constant, overwhelming attention. Once the attention turned toxic, the stores did not stand a chance. And if a global powerhouse like Balenciaga is closing locations, wait until you see the brand that is next. That label used to dominate quiet luxury, but today it cannot fill its own boutiques. Number 10. Celine. Celine used to be the quiet luxury cult brand. Minimal, elegant, exclusive. The kind of boutique where you whispered instead of talked. But you can't whisper your way out of a collapse. Because right now, Celine boutiques around the world are shutting down, and the brand is pretending nothing is happening. Here is the truth. Nobody is saying out loud, Celine is empty. Walk into certain stores in Europe or Asia, and you will find more employees than customers. Staff practically vibrating with hope that someone, anyone, touches a handbag. Meanwhile, their younger fan base is buying online. Their older fan base moved on to brands with actual momentum, and luxury retail without foot traffic is a death sentence. Multiple Celine stores in Asia have closed with zero announcement. Boutiques disappeared from the store locator overnight. A location in France, gone. Another in Japan, quietly emptied, lights off, closed for refurbishment signs slapped on the door. Spoiler, it is not reopening. Celine's identity, stripped down minimalism, used to feel high-end. Now it feels invisible. And invisibility does not pay rent on a $5 million shopping district lease. If quiet luxury is losing steam, Celine is the first to suffocate. Number 9. Moncler. Moncler made one fatal mistake. They believed the puffer jacket boom would last forever. During the pandemic, Moncler exploded. Everyone wanted a $1,000 jacket. They opened stores everywhere, expanded like crazy, and turned outerwear into a luxury flex. But once the hype cooled, so did Moncler's foot traffic. Warm winters, trend fatigue, and massive overproduction left the brand drowning in unsold inventory. Entire walls of jackets that were supposed to be limited started showing up at outlets. And the stores? They are shutting down, fast. Smaller city boutiques in Europe have gone dark. US locations quietly disappeared from the directory. Asian stores that once drove insane traffic now sit half empty. Moncler tried to call this strategic repositioning. Translation: we opened too many stores and now we cannot afford them. When a brand built on hype loses the hype, the storefronts become dead weight. Number 8. Prada. Local stores are dying. This one surprises people, so let's be clear. Prada is not collapsing as a brand, but their local boutiques are dying at a shocking rate. Prada expanded aggressively into smaller cities, betting on global wealth, betting on constant demand, betting on endless foot traffic. But here is what Prada did not expect. Nobody wanted to shop Prada in a mall in the middle of nowhere. These local boutiques were supposed to capture new clients. Instead, they turned into money pits, with expensive leases, low sales, and zero foot traffic. Now Prada is quietly reversing that expansion. Stores in secondary cities across Europe, the US, and Asia have gone dark. Some closed with a statement. Most closed with a lie saying they were reopening soon. They are not reopening. Prada is retreating to major hubs only. New York, London, Paris, Milan, and Tokyo are the only places where the numbers still make sense. When a mega brand starts abandoning entire cities, it means one thing. The luxury market is losing oxygen. Number 7. Saint Laurent. Saint Laurent used to be unstoppable. Every influencer had a Kate bag. Every celebrity wore YSL everything. Every boutique buzzed like a nightclub. But now, walk into a YSL store and the vibe is strange, beautiful, minimal, dead. Foot traffic has fallen off a cliff. Their resale market has softened hard, and when resale drops, new sales drop even harder. And the closures? They are adding up. Stores in Europe are quietly disappearing. US boutiques are shutting down without warning. Asia is seeing consolidation, fewer stores, fewer employees, fewer collections on display. Saint Laurent is doing something luxury brands never want to admit: downsizing. YSL built its empire on seductive minimalism and effortless cool. But cool is not enough when shoppers are not walking through the door. When your bags lose value, your brand loses energy. And once a luxury brand loses energy, closures follow like dominoes. Number 6. Burberry. Burberry's collapse is one of the hardest things to watch because it's been happening in slow motion. The brand has been in an identity crisis for almost a decade. New creative directors, new logos, new campaigns, new direction every 2 years. They have rebranded so many times that the brand barely knows what it is anymore. And customers noticed. Sales tanked, foot traffic evaporated. And now, Burberry stores are quietly shutting down everywhere. Suburban boutiques, gone. Underperforming European stores, gone. Several Asian stores, including ones in prime locations, have reduced hours or closed outright. Here is the part luxury insiders whisper about. Some Burberry stores make less in a day than the Zara next door. That is not repositioning. That is collapse. When your entire retail strategy becomes removing the stores that are losing money, you are no longer expanding, you are surviving. Burberry is not dying because people hate it. It is dying because it spent years trying to be everything, and it became nothing. Number 5. Ferragamo. Ferragamo used to be the quiet backbone of Italian luxury. Beautiful leather, perfect craftsmanship, timeless silhouettes, the kind of brand people trusted without question. But trust doesn't keep stores open. Right now, Ferragamo boutiques around the world are quietly dying. Not because the products got worse, but because the audience aged out. Their average customer is over 50. Younger buyers are not even glancing in Ferragamo's direction. Walk into a Ferragamo store today, and you will see luxury's saddest sight: immaculate shelves. And no customers. Staff standing perfectly still, waiting for foot traffic that never comes. Silence so heavy, you feel bad just browsing. And the closures? They are happening fast. Boutiques across the United States, the United Kingdom, Italy, and especially Asia have shut down. Some literally overnight. Ferragamo has started leaning on private sales and invite-only discounts to clear inventory. But once a luxury brand starts discounting, the full-price stores become pointless. Ferragamo didn't collapse because it failed. It collapsed because it did not evolve. And in 2025, timeless without relevance becomes invisible. Invisible doesn't pay rent. Number 4. Bally. Bally's collapse is the quietest on this entire list, and that is exactly the problem. Bally was once the definition of discreet European luxury. Old money energy, calm aesthetics, perfect leather goods. But subtle luxury died the moment TikTok took over the fashion world. And Bally never caught up. They tried to go younger, hired trendy designers, pushed streetwear, launched loud campaigns, but nothing stuck. Worse, the brand has zero cultural presence. Ask anyone under 30 to name a Bally product. They cannot. And the stores? They are shutting down fast. Bally has closed multiple US locations, several European boutiques, and downsized heavily in Asia. Insiders say entire warehouses are filled with unsold stock. Private sales have become a monthly occurrence. And the boutiques that remain open feel like museum exhibits. Beautiful, but empty. The brand did not fall behind. It disappeared. And disappearing is fatal in luxury. Number 3. Versace. Versace is collapsing in public. For years, Versace was untouchable, the loudest, boldest, most glamorous fashion house in Italy. Gold chains, Baroque prints, red carpet dominance. Nobody did excess better, and that is exactly what killed them. Versace overexpanded. Hard. Too many stores, too many malls, too many collections, too much product. The brand went from elite to everywhere. And once luxury becomes accessible, it stops being luxury. Today, Versace boutiques in the US, UK, and Europe are shutting down one after another. Their traffic numbers look like they belong to a mid-tier mall brand, not a global fashion house. Some stores are so empty you could film a horror movie in them. The resale market tanked, the hype died, and the brand's stealth closures, quietly locking doors and removing listings, are starting to add up. Versace tried to become a global giant. Instead, it burned out. And these store closures are only the first warning. Number 2. Michael Kors. Michael Kors wasn't supposed to die like this. It used to be the entry point to luxury, the I Made It bag for millions of people. Then they did the one thing no luxury brand should ever do. They became too available. Outlets everywhere, discounts every weekend, logo bags stacked like fast fashion, and that destroyed the brand. Today, Michael Kors is shutting down full-price stores at a terrifying pace. Entire city boutiques deleted from directories. Mall locations replaced with coming soon signs from other brands. Staff quietly laid off. Lights off in stores that were once packed. Kors is collapsing under its own strategy. They pushed accessibility so hard that they became a discount brand, and discount brands cannot support luxury-priced stores. Now the outlets are cannibalizing the boutiques. The resale value is near zero, and the only people walking into Kors stores are looking for markdowns. Once your customer base stops paying full price, your stores become liabilities, and Kors is closing them in bulk. Number 1. Louis Vuitton. Local stores are dying. This is the one nobody expected, the brand everyone thought was invincible, the crown jewel of luxury retail. But yes, Louis Vuitton is shutting down stores, and the pattern is impossible to ignore. Not the flagships, those are safe. Not the giant global icons in Paris or New York, but the local stores, the mall stores, the secondary city boutiques. They are disappearing everywhere. Louis Vuitton has quietly closed locations across the United States, Europe, Canada, South America, Australia, and dozens of cities in Asia. Some closed officially, most closed silently, doors locked, windows blacked out, staff moved out overnight. Why? Because Louis Vuitton is abandoning the every city strategy and moving toward mega flagships only, giant stores in giant cities, and nothing in between. The reasons are brutal. Skyrocketing theft, shrinking foot traffic, insane rent, declining middle-class luxury spending, rising demand for online shopping. The irony is painful. Louis Vuitton, the most iconic luxury retail brand on earth, is now proving that even they cannot keep physical stores alive everywhere. And if Louis Vuitton cannot sustain a store in your city, no luxury brand can. This is the moment the entire industry should panic.